Welcome to another episode of Class Haven Farms. So what have we got going on today? Well, today it is firewood season. Of course, it's always firewood season here at Class Haven Farms because it's the only way I heat my house. As you can see, we are good for this year for firewood, but over the spring and summer months, I've been bringing a bunch of wood rounds here to the farm. And so today is the processing of trying to get ready for next year. So stay tuned and follow us along and watch how the 25-ton Countyline log splitter does and see how we process our firewood. So my primary splitter is the Countyline 25-ton log splitter. I've had this for about a year now, and I'll tell you, it's been a really nice splitter. The first splitter that I had was the Troy built, which was the very first video that I ever did, and I'll link a video of that up here so you can see that. But as some of you know, if you've been following my channel, I lost that going through the divorce, so I had to come up with something else. So I ended up picking this one up, mainly because I could put it on a credit card for 18 months, 0%. And obviously with me heating, my main source of heat is being firewood. I would definitely get a use out of it. Now, when I bought this splitter, it didn't have the table, so I bought the table. I would highly recommend, if you're watching this video, to kind of get an idea if you want to buy the splitter, buy the table. Definitely buy the table. I also bought the 4-way wedge that comes with it. This thing it's okay. And I'll just say that it's okay. It does. It'll help when you have a big round. If you put a big round through it, it will split about 2 pieces off that you won't have to split down again. But for me, have found it's just a lot easier to pull this thing out after I first bust the big piece up, just to work it and manage it. I do like the cycle speed of this. I don't know the particulars on it, so if you're going to ask me the particulars, I have no idea. But I do. It definitely cycles a lot faster than what my old Troy built cycled. So it has been a very good splitter for me in that aspect. You can split with it this way, or you can stand it up, which does make it nice, especially if you're using big rounds. And I'll show you guys the setup and what I have going on right now. If you look here to the right, I have the 790 John Deere with some bigger rounds in the bucket. And then I have my little trailer here hooked up to the 262. Mainly because in this mix of wood, most of it's decent hardwood. There is some poplar and things like that in there, but I do have some pieces of pine in here. So the pine I don't burn in the house. I usually keep that for a fire pit setup and things like that. Kind of a cool thing and something that I was really thinking about, because as some of you know, I was helped out big time last winter. With this being my second winter at this house, I was helped out big time by my church, who donated a bunch of firewood for me because I hadn't had time to process and get firewood ready for last season. And with that being said, my church that I go to, they have started a men's group, and they've started these things called fire groups, where different guys are getting together, and they're talking about guy-related topics along with God, and trying to work that into the family life. And I kind of had this idea the other day. Some of this pine, I'm not going to burn that much. Me and the kids are not going to burn that much pine out there. And as some of you know, if you go out there and get free firewood from people, you don't turn anything down, because if someone's going to give you wood for free, you want to take everything they have. Obviously, you want the oak and you want some of the good stuff. But if people have pine, I'll take that out of there for them if they're going to give me wood. So the idea that I had was I was going to split a bunch of this pine up, put it off to the side, and keep that for some of the fire groups if they need firewood. So figure I'll probably reach out to the pasture. I'm going to go to church tomorrow, so I might have word with them tomorrow and talk to some of the guys in the fire groups and see if obviously they'd be interested in some free firewood, because those guys did that for me to heat my home, and I want to try to pay it forward and get it back to them. So we'll go ahead and get this Countyline started up and start splitting as much as we possibly can. I mean, I have this row here, and then I also have a bunch of stuff down at the front of the property at the entrance coming in. Obviously, no way we're going to get through all of this today, but we'll definitely try to start putting it down on it. And as I get ready to start this splitter, it's really easy to start up and just put it on full choke, turn the fuel on, and then just pull it and you're good to go. I've already had it running earlier, so I shouldn't have to choke it, but we'll choke it just to be on the safe side. You're going to notice as I'm splitting this wood, you're going to notice that I'm taking a lot of pieces and chucking them over top of this pile, because the game plan is to split all of this stuff down, chuck all the split pieces on the other side of this tall grass, and then once I get everything split, I'm going to bring the mower in, clean all this up, level it out with the bucket of the tractor, set new pallets up and build new racks. And then that way that wood will be split, and then I can just stack it on there. I think that's probably one of the things that I'm having to learn the most, is now that I'm at this new house and new property, trying to envision how I want stuff laid out and bringing stuff in and moving things around. So it's trial and error. I think this will work out pretty good if I can do another firewood rack here, because I have this year's on the far side. So yeah, let's get this thing started and get splitting. couple hours of work, and we got some wood here that's now split, and this will get some time to season and get dried out for next burning season so we can heat the house. And we also got into a good pile of these rounds and got them split, and I was able to get a good bit of pine split and get that set up for and stacked for the guys in my church for their fire groups. So if you like this kind of stuff, follow us along, subscribe to the channel. We also have other videos having to do with firewood and tractors and things like that. So if this is your first time here at the channel, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. And firewood will definitely be the big staple from here on out. I know those of you that have been subscribed and followed me for a while, videos have been hard for me to make as of late. I was coaching the Lily Tamers softball team, but we have finished up with the season, and now I got a little bit more time to kind of put in towards videos. Fridays are always my days to make my videos, and then try to take Friday night and Saturday morning to edit them and get them uploaded for you guys. And of course, our practices were Friday nights. So, you know, family comes first, always out there with the kids. This is just something that I do for fun and something that I do in my spare time whenever I have that. And if you like this kind of stuff, man, follow us along, subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.